A good driver is not always a slow driver. Actually, a slow driver can be a nuisance and a very bad driver. If you are holding up traffic, if you are hogging the road, if you are not moving, if you are not aware of the things that are happening around you, the, a slow driver can be a terrible driver. So this is the main point. A misconception that people believe that a slow driver is a good driver. So uh, you always have to be alert, and just because you drive slow, it doesn't mean that you're good. You need to maintain the speeds which are set according to those roads, and you have to drive according to the traffic. You have to drive according to the cars that are moving in the same position you are. So, common misconception is that a slow driver is a good driver, and this is totally wrong. You can define a good driver by a driver who obeys the law. That's the number one thing to being a good driver. A driver that knows all the laws, knows all the signs, and knows the speed limits of the roads and specific things is a driver who knows how to drive well, right? Another thing to be a good driver is to not drive too fast and not drive too slow. He should be alert about his surroundings. He should know how to use all his mirrors. He should know how to use his blind spots, and be able to drive effectively according to the law. A good driver will know how to be ready when the traffic light is about to turn green. He will know when to brake. He will know when to accelerate. He will know when to overtake safely. A lot of people do not know how to overtake. They misjudge it. They're either too aggressive, or they're too late, or they're too early, and sometimes they even travel above the reach of the road when it's not necessary. You can be a lot closer to the vehicle that you're overtaking. So a lot of people struggle to understand these concepts, but I would definitely say the number one the thing to do is to understand the rules and regulations, the law that is there for the road, and be able to abide with these. This is the starting point to becoming a good driver. Another tip to being a good driver is being a courteous driver. Having road manners and being kind, and allowing people to get in front of you or so forth. A bad driver is a driver who has a lot of road rage. So this is a big problem in Sri Lanka. You have it with people of all sorts, whether it's a biker, whether it's a three-wheel driver, a lorry driver, or a car driver, or a bus driver. Everybody is out to kill each other. So this is the first concept that we need to change. We need to be more mindful of everybody else on the road. We need to be more caring, and in return we will get the same from them. So a common thing to do in Sri Lanka when you're moving through tight spaces and so forth is to honk your horn and say thank you to the driver who's passed you or given you space to pass, right? These are common good practices, more localized to Sri Lanka, but it's a place that you can start with. Try to avoid being too aggressive. Just be more caring, and this will definitely allow you to enjoy your drive and be more relaxed, and at the same time be a better driver. If you get yourself into a situation and you're stuck in the road, there's no space to go, there's a huge block, don't always want to go forward only. Look in your mirrors, check the surroundings, try to reverse and give way. Everybody only wants to go forwards, and the block only gets worse sometimes. So consider checking your surroundings. If you can move backwards and you can help the situation, please engage reverse gear, look at your surroundings and reverse. Another pro tip that I can give you is to be a good driver is to what I used to do when I was a teenage boy learning how to drive is I would keep a cup of water, which is about 3/4 full, and I'd leave it open. And what I would do is I would try to shift gears, accelerate and brake without causing the fluid to come out of the cup. So this will make sure that you will start driving in a disciplined manner where the passengers in your vehicle will feel very comfortable. Each time you shift the gear, or you brake or you accelerate, you're not going to have sudden jerky movements. This also applies for when you're turning it. If you take a nice smooth turn, right, you're not going to spill the cup. So eventually you can build up a technique where you won't spill this water. You're going to drive very smooth and calm and at a reasonable speed, which is obviously abiding by the law. That brings us to the end of this topic. If you have any inquiries or you want to learn more, please subscribe to Auto Arcade YouTube channel.